Hey Legionnaires, welcome back. We're here with another Dawnless Day siege battle for you today, and we have Rohan here in need of aid at Dale, and oh boy have they got it. They received aid from not one but two other factions here, and we have Gondor here ready to call and help them, and we also have Dale here, and yes, it's going to be a glorious battle, that is for sure. So yes, I'm looking forward to seeing how this one goes down. We have, well, on the attack we have Isengard, and we also have Dol Guldur over here, and it looks like to finish off the treble of evil, we have a second Dol Guldur, which is interesting to see. I guess maybe they were like, you know what, it's Dale, let's play Dol Guldur, let's all just go evil orc factions. But yeah, Dale's a great looking map, that is for sure. It's finishes up on this this big sort of hill here with like the basilica going on. I guess it's supposed to be like a town hall or something. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how this one goes down. We have Javi's already coming in. Oh, do we have Dorwinian? Oh, we had Dorwinian out here actually. Sorry, I thought we had two Dawnless, two Dol Guldur, but we don't. We have a Dorwinian. So we have a mannish faction that has changed sides, that has betrayed the Kingdom of Men. And look at that, they are jabbing to pieces that Gondor sword, and that is brutal. That actually is. Oh my gosh. Rip in peace to these guys. Over on this other side over here, it does look as though the wall battle has begun here. Dale is very much in the fighting. Got this Dalian swords up here taking on the Isengard swords. We'll see how this goes down. But yes, if you're enjoying the Dawnless Days action and would like to see some more Lord of the Rings action, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment to show your support. It really does help out the channel. And if you want to get involved in some Dawnless Days action yourself and you haven't got the mod, the link for it is in the description down below. It is an excellent mod. It's a must-have for Attila. It really is an excellent mod that constantly is like getting updated. We're using in this one, we're using the Last Breath and Lost Factions submods. So Last Breath does add Dorwinian, which is fair enough, but no one is using a Lost Faction as far as I'm aware. We just have standard factions, and then we just have also Dorwinian. And there is a little bit of a cavalry like sneak force over here. I will just show off. We have a Dalian cav unit here, and also Knights of the Mark. So I'm surprised that the attackers aren't I'll be surprised if the attackers aren't expecting a cavalry force, because it is Rohan. Rohan, you know, excels at cavalry. But we'll see. It certainly seems like Rohan is going to try and defend this bridge to the last man. They've got Axthanes here, all like in shield wall ready to go. They've got their yeomen of the Mark on the wall as well. But as you can see, Dol Guldur is going to go around. He's going to take his troops and go around. We've got Gondor Glaives over here. We've got Oleg High as well. Also the generals over here. Looks like they're going to just try and go through different gates, like this one, for instance. So Rohan might need to shift over some troops to deal with that issue. But yeah, it seems as though the fighting on the wall here, I imagine the Uruks are going to win. They are probably ever so slightly better than the Dalian swords. I mean, there's also two of them, I think, on this wall. Well, actually, you know what? This one's nearly dead. I think Archer Fire from the Dalian Archers is probably doing a lot of work right now. Like both units, so Uruk-hai Infantry and Dalian Swords, cost about 1,000 or around that mark. Oh, breach being open over here, though. And as you can see here, we've got Vineland Watchmen, which are very similar to the Dorwinian troops, I'd just like to say, that have betrayed Dale. And Dale here, fighting for its homeland. It's really just Dale calling for aid, and Gondor answered. Or Rohan answered. Shock Infantry unit as well. Berserk is a really expensive Shock Infantry unit. And it's a very light Shock Infantry unit, so it has very little protection when it comes to missiles. It looks like they already have taken a couple of missile volleys. And they are losing to Dalian swords, which is not good to see. Because they really shouldn't be. Certainly would not be sending Berserkers in this early. They are, like I said, a bit of a glass cannon. They're really good at breaking through front lines, but not when there's archers available and doing stuff. Yeah, you can see there's actually, I think it's the towers more than anything that's doing the damage to these Berserkers. They should. Well, I say that now. It looks like we're now seeing Marksman of Dale. We've got Vineland Yard Patrols. They're all focusing different targets, which is good to see. I think more Berserkers have been landing on this wall now. And Isengard is off the walls over here, but he's not got much further than that. So Dale seems like he's holding his own against Isengard. Let's have a look and see how Gondor's doing. Gondor is taking on a bit of Dol Guldur and also all of Dorwinion, as far as I'm aware. Even though they jab to pieces the Gondorian swords in this gateway, it seems as though Dorwinion is struggling to get through this gate. And I think also oil is coming down, but I'm not sure. I can hear the animation, or like I hear like the sound for oil. Whether they're actually dropping it, I don't know. Most maps now for Dawnless Days have removed oil. We've got the Battle of the Elites down here. Vineland Guards against Citadel Guards. I would imagine... Well, I don't know. The Vineland Guards are on 87. The Citadel Guards barely lost a man. I don't know. We've got Champions of Dol Guldur down here as well. They're taking on Pelargir Marines. A very handy little unit is the Pelargir Marines. A Javi unit. It's okay at melee after, so they might be able to hold off against the Champions of Dol Guldur. The best shock infantry Dol Guldur has to offer as well. We'll see. Shaken. They're winning decisively, apparently. Yeah, they are actually killing these Pelargir Marines off. That is sad to see. I wonder whether Gondor has decided to fight on too large a front. It does seem like that a little bit. These violent men at arms are just javying down the Gondor sword infantry here. It looks like Gondor swords are going to beat Vineland Guards. They must have had archer support for this. They are chopping their way through. But yeah, if you've got some Dawnless Days replays of your own you'd like to send in, or maybe just some Total War battles that you want to send in, feel free to join my Discord. The link is down below. And even if you don't want to send in any replays and you just want to get involved in the community, you're more than welcome to come and stop by and get involved in some Total War action, or just chat with some fellow Total War fans. There you go. Vineland Guards routed. That's an elite unit for Dorwinion already gone. That's a bit of a win there for Gondor. We are seeing Fountain Guard already being thrown forward. I always think these are Prince's Coast Guard now, because Fountain Guard are now a polearm unit. And it really like throws me off when I see them down here. But they are doing their best, holding back the Vineland Guards right now. Again, I think a little early, but both sides throwing up elite troops really early on here, when both sides still have plenty of missile ammunition. Like these Fountain Guard, they'll do okay, maybe. They'll do their job of holding back these Vineland Guards. But they're also going to get focused down by these Thorn Archers here. So, is it really worth it throwing them forward? I don't know. Athelian Rangers, wow, he's spent a lot of money on his archers. Gondor Archers usually are just as good, and means you can usually bring some more infantry. Gondor swords down here. Battling away, they are getting overpowered by Champions of Dol Guldur and Vineland Guards. It's great to be back in the land of sieges when it comes to Dawnless Days. They're always fun, are the Lord of the Rings siege battles, as we have Olog High, as you can see here, storming through the gate. Rohan now is doing his utmost best to hold them at bay. Got Erling Retainers and also Guard of the Golden Hall down here. And look at that. Swinging their massive hammers of death. Trying to carve a path through these Rohirrim. There are already quite a few fallen men of Rohan. There you go. Dale over here still seems like they're doing a pretty good job. Berserkers here are losing. Yep, I mean the Berserkers are fighting pikes. This isn't going to go well. Also, this is one of the few pikes now left in Dawnless Days. They've been slowly removing them and turning them into polearms. Imladra sells pikes, and obviously Dale here does. And it's then really the evil factions like Isengard and Dol Guldur are the only ones that got pikes left. I think also maybe Mordor has an orc pike, but you never see it. Yeah, Uruk-hai pikes back there. We were just speaking about those. They are here. I don't know if Dol Guldur would have bothered to bring his. They won't be over on this side. And Dorwin, I think, maybe has pikes as well. Actually, no. Last Breath Dorwin does not. It's Lost Factions, I'm pretty sure it does. But yeah, Dol Guldur did bring his pikes. I don't know if they're really going to be any point bringing them. They often don't achieve much, I feel. But we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, back over on this side here. It seems like Dol Guldur sort of made a bit of progress, but really not much. They need to get some archers over here just to shoot down these Uruk-hai. They've trapped them nicely in this gate for the moment. We have got garrisons in the Hornburg here. They are now appearing. They've got their glorious red shields.
Our allies have lost their general.
There you go. Allies lost a general already. Oh no. Yeah, Gondor's lost his general. Oh dear, that is not a good sign. So okay, so Gondor's lost his general. That could be costly for Gondor. He will lose a lot of morale. And you can see, yeah, it was because it's champions of Dol Guldur, I think, into the back of that spear. And shock against spears is a very, very good job. And oh my gosh, yeah, the volley's coming in. It's the Athelian Rangers. They're doing a great job. Certainly in Dale, this map is really good for archers because you can just set up, yeah, in like these little, I don't know, they're sort of like stuck out parts of the wall of like the city of the next layer. You can kind of just sit some archers in there. As you can see, that's what Gondor's doing. And you can fire down into the supporting fight below. Certainly really good for like elite archers, and also elves can do it. To be honest, actually most archers can do it. Most archers have decent enough range that they can do that. The Founding Guard here are losing. Well, they're not losing yet. Combat even. But they probably will start to lose. There's pikes in there. Okay, so the general unit for Gondor did win, but they did lose their general. So it's still a loss, really. Gondor will start probably to waver, maybe break. Certainly, I don't think they're going to be winning on this side here. I don't know. They have just thrown up more Gondor swords up onto the wall here. They've nearly bled Dorwin dry of their units. I swear they had. Oh yeah, and the Dol Guldur units are all gone as well on this side. Really, champions of Dol Guldur, one left that's really healthy. That is it. And Dol Guldur, it looks like he's starting his assault on the main defense here of Rohan as well. Oh gosh, I won't lie. Getting onto this bridge with the camera, pretty hard. It's my own little battle. Yeah, these Axedanes, they won't be making any sort of defense against these Gondor glaives here. The Gondor glaives are the lower tier shock infantry, but they are still pretty good. Cost around about 900. And they really rely on numbers. And then you can spam them out is really good as well. Oh, here we go. The cavalry has arrived. Okay, quite literally. Cavalry regiment for Dale has gone in against pikes. That was a bad move. I mean, Rohan's going to go in for the archers. I don't really know how much of a objective this really is, but I guess he's going to rack up some easy kills. Really should be going to these Gondor blades down here. They're silver chevron. Yeah, that cav should not be going into pikes. That's a no-no. Go into the glaives, yes. Not a bad charge. Definitely could do better. Just get the units off the towers. That will really help. That also means you can get easy charges on them. Looks like they're going to rout these Mirkwood trackers. Really also seems like Dol Guldur AFK, not paying attention. He's not even trying to move forward. Ah, here we go. Moves forward his pikes. And he's just going to try and kill off a few of these Rohirrim. And here we go, yeah. A few of the Rohirrim starting to fall now. And they're also surrounding it. This is, yeah, not good really from Rohan. He needs to cycle out his cavalry. Once he's in combat like that, he should have just pulled it out and gone for another charge on something else. Because that's why the cavalry excels, on its charges, not on melee. It's shock cav after all. He's going to actually pull out of combat. I don't know if this really should have been allowed. He was surrounded really. I'd be pretty peeved off if he did that against me. But yeah, there you go. He's going to now. It looks like charging the Mirkwood trackers go in for another charge on these guys. Again, not really a great objective, but I guess gets kills, removes some units off the battlefield. He needs to, as soon as he goes in, though, he needs to get out of there because the pikes, are, as you can see, going to close off his escape. And if he pulls through the Merkwood trackers, they'll kill some of his Rohirrim, and that's just also not worth it either. You don't want to lose Rohirrim to Merkwood trackers. Come on, are they going to rout them? It doesn't look like it, and the cav is starting to die. Where's that cavalry regiment, the Dalian one? It's got to be somewhere. Was it already routed? Okay, there you go. They won that fight. Now you can go on through. Yeah, I think they actually killed off the Dalian unit. Wow. Yeah, they did. It's all dead over here, and over there as well. So yeah, that's a shame. The cavalry definitely has not done as much as I thought it could. 18 left. Yeah, that is. Maybe at top's got 100 kills, probably because of those trackers. Big win though over here for Rohan. They have been killing off these Olokai quite nicely. They've really not made a dent either. Another unit that I feel like that can pull through units, like Olokai. They're a troll at the end of the day. They're bigger than anything else. Them and chariots, really. And we've got Merkwood trackers here. Lower tier arch units, when blobbed up together and like focus fire onto a unit, can be quite effective. So I guess maybe Rohan taking out his archers isn't a bad idea, but I don't know if 2 is enough. I think all 4 would be a much more effective method. I've seen Gondor Glaives just waiting out here getting shot to pieces as well. I think Rohan's going to hold here for a little while. So yeah, good on Rohan. Though he has lost the whole garrison of the Hornburg, it looks like. And I think that might have been to Merkwood trackers. So actually, nicely done there by Dol Guldur. Isengard looks like he's actually getting forced back. He's actually getting forced out of the settlement now, as you can see here. Oh my. Again, the camera is my real foe. Not the armies of evil. The camera of Dawnless days. Yeah, Dale is doing a good job, but I think this is a little too aggressive because all he's now doing is inviting these crossbows here, the Uruk-hai crossbows, which before couldn't get a clean shot at anything, to fire into the side of Dale, and it looks like he's realized that a little bit. I can see troops retreating. Yeah, these Dalian swords here, they're going to be just murdered with those crossbows, and yeah, they are losing. So yeah, just stay inside the settlement. Looks like Dale is maybe doing the smart thing. He's done enough damage at this first wall. He's actually going to retreat, and it's probably a smart idea because Gondor looks like he's going to get broken through. We have Paladins of the Winter Court here as well. They're charging in to Athelian archers. Again, really, I mean, they're pretty good at melee, but again, sacrificing elite units. These guys have ammo left. I don't know if these guys really should have been, like, at all in any threat. These Athelian Rangers should have been pretty well safed and wrapped up and protected from stuff. What we got there? Founding Guard retreating. Good, good. They're going to need that. It looks like the rest of the troops, though, are on the walls trapped. They're never getting off. Gondor swords, yeah. All up there. It looks like they're taking on Dorwinian Thorn archers and losing. That was a bizarre one. I'm not going to lie. What we got down there? The Citadel Guard. Gondor brought a lot of elite troops. I don't know, like, what the funds were or whether he just brought a really small army. I mean, his army was smaller than the other two, I would have said. The other two defending armies. But also, he was taking on 1.5 armies. Or 1 1/3, maybe. Because Dol Guldur seems like he's got a lot still to take on Rohan. But these brave last few Citadel Guards, they're doing their job. And it looks like we've got Selduin bodyguards here. This is a heavy polearm unit. They're very, very cool. Pretty elite looking polearm unit. They're kind of like a mix of that Noldorian Noble, I think it is. I can't remember. It's like the Noldorian polearm unit, and they also look like they've got sort of like the Dalian bodyguard, like cavalry bodyguard. I forgot what it's called, like armor as well. I forgot what they're called now. But they're a mishmash of 2 units, is what I'm saying. And there's Paladins of the Winter Court. Looks like they are just about out of steam. Charging into that early retainer didn't seem like they did much damage. Rohan, fully enough, the one that probably excels the least in a siege battle, seems like he's done the best. Bar his cavalry, which we won't mention his cavalry charges. But his infantry is performed quite well. I mean, he's probably taken on the easiest of the three factions, I'd say. If he was taking on Isengard, I think he would have been mowed down. Maybe the same with Dorwinian, I don't know. But certainly Dol Guldur. It's an art to master Dol Guldur, we'll say. But the battle for this bridge goes on. I mean, it's been made much easier for Rohan that he's got his yeomen in the marker pit, and they also have a supply barrel, so they can just resupply. I mean, he looks like he's going to break through this first axe stain here. Costs him a fair few orcs. Well, also, actually, this is a Gondor blade. They've already had to send in a glaive unit. So, yeah, this has cost them a lot of orcs, actually, to try and break through it. And there's a second axe stain waiting. But it looks like they're going to... Well, I thought maybe Rohan was going to sacrifice those units, but it looks like he's making a bit of an offensive over here. He needs to be careful. He doesn't want to be too aggressive. Axe stains aren't, like, indestructible against cavalry. They will get killed. You need spears.
Our men have given up and are running for their lives.
Here we go. In goes the cav. Not a great charge. I think maybe because they're exhausted, but they'll kill a few of these axe stains, that's for sure. They do look awesome, to be fair. Yeah, they were technically losing for a bit, and they lost, yeah, like 30 men in that charge. See, the little cav unit's still danger. And then we got a Vine Lord Bjorn up here. This is like a new general unit. Earls of the Winter Court. I've never seen him before, but yeah, I don't know who the Vine Lord is. But he's someone, apparently, in the world of Middle-earth. I've never heard of him, but yeah. It'll be interesting to see how he does. I mean, I imagine he's going to just mow down these axe stains. I think he's... Well, Earls of the Winter Court, these are paladins, so... I don't know, I feel like a paladin's higher than an earl. Maybe he's not as good. Still, Dol Guldur can't break through this choke point. These guards of the Golden Hall refuse to break. I mean, they will hold to the last sort of man, really. They are a tier 4 spear unit. They're up there with, like, Citadel Guard sort of levels of discipline. This is their like bread and butter. Holding a choke point like this, shield wall, they'll get killed. Gondor Glaives are winning. I think that's against these retainers. I think it's a fresh retainer ready to go in. So yeah, I mean, it seems like in a war of attrition on this side, Dol Guldur is going to lose. He's not got enough to try and break through, unless he can really use these Mirkwood trackers a little bit more effectively. Try and get some more shots, but it's not like he can.
Enemy forces have seized
Enemy forces captured the gate. That's no surprise there, because Dale has given up this defense here. But look, I mean, what Isengard has left is not a lot. And also, more importantly, is Grenadiers. They've been focused down, and they've not even thrown a volley yet. So that is a real concern. His last real contribution that Isengard can really give is crossbows and pikes. He's got a couple of sword units that are fairly healthy, but that is really it. And it looks like already the problem is, oh yeah, this is a real problem for Rohan. Actually, he can be surrounded down here. So it looks like we're going to see Dorwinian. He's going to be able to reconvene with Dol Guldur at this gate here, and they're going to be able to sandwich the remaining Rohan units, or at least unless they send this retainer up there, then they might have a chance. But that's just Dorwinian Spear Paladin. That's an elite spear unit that's been thrown that way. Whether Dale should be holding this choke point to try and stop Rohan from retreating, from the advancing evil forces to like hit the retreating Rohan units, or just even the units of Rohan that are going to stand their ground. It looks like he's got most of his units back now. They're all sort of crammed into this street down here. Seems like a wrong street to be cramming up. I would also want to have the Fountain Guard on the front line. But to be honest, I'm looking over here. It doesn't seem like Dorwinian's got much left. Whether he's already sent it up. Yeah, he's kind of actually already spread all over the place. Dorwinian infantry here, getting ready, and they're getting ready to javvy this Vineland guard here of Dale. So there's Vineland guards on both sides here today. I mean, Dale and Dorwinian have a very similar sort of culture and geographic position. No surprise, really, with the similarities in units. As the Javies come in here, doing their damage. Look at that. Imagine if you get one of these long, like, just spears into your chest. That would be pretty damn painful. No amount of armor would save you from that. We are about halfway through this siege, and it doesn't seem like either side is giving up yet. I feel like so far, let's have a look at the kills wise. It's 2,600 versus 3,800. I don't know. I feel like the factions that are left, that's going to be still tough for the defenders, but they've done a good job. That's for sure. They have taken the gate, so that is a concern. These towers now have collapsed. And I imagine now that this resistance will end pretty quickly here. They did get the healthy retainer out of here. That is long gone. I don't know where it's got back to. Oh, it's up here. There you go, early retainer. We're going to see another cav charge here from Dorwinian. So this is ridiculous. This has been allowed to happen. They really need to get like a spear or something just to stop this. Because he's getting easy kills here. He's just cycle charging this axe stain, which is what the Rohan player should have been doing with his cav earlier. He's cycle charging infantry, and he's killing his axe stain. I mean, the axe stains aren't that great anyway, but it's another unit just out of the way for his infantry when it comes up. But there you go, the Vinelord Bien, he's pulling his weight. We've still got some Gondor units that are on the wall over here. Whether they're bugged out, can't get off, or whether he's just forgot about them, I don't know. We are about to see Vineland Yard Patrollers go in against Uruk-hai Pikes. That's not a fair fight for the Yard Patrollers. One side has a pike, the other doesn't. So now Dale brings forward his own pikes, the Vineland Watchmen. So we just have a lot of Vinelandmen at the front lines here. Vinelandmen? I don't know. Maybe that's what they're called. I don't. Honestly, wouldn't know. But they're getting focused down to these Uruk-hai Pikes. I don't know how much ammunition they have left. Dale is looking short. We have one Garrison the Hornburger that has full ammunition. That is good to see. Actually, we have another Yeoman the Mark over there with full ammunition. Excellent stuff. And this other Yeoman the Mark has also got basically full ammo. So yeah, Rohan has really held on to his ammunition. Good, good, good. And the Pike's actually pulling out. And it looks like Dorwinian's infantry are going to come forward again, and they're going to just start throwing their javies. But smartly, Dale has put his Yard Patrollers in the front lines, so his Pikes don't take too much of a volley, but it looks like they're still going to make a retreat anyway. Really tactical, actually, by these players in this choke point. Really is, actually. You don't often see that. Like, people will just often just stand there with whatever they have and just take the volleys. But instead, Dale has been smart. He's like, nah, my archers aren't got any purpose now. Their job can be just to absorb volleys. And now that they're in battle, he can send back in what infantry he wants to send in. And he's sending actual other archers as well. So it looks like he's just going to slow down this Dorwinian infantry with archers. I can't imagine these daily marksmen are going to win their fight, but they should hold the line for a little while. They look like they're fairly well armored. There you go. They're running back. Maybe they're just going to javvy a bit more, or maybe they're just trying to bait out the archers. No, they're fully going. They're fully retreating. And Dale, yeah, needs to keep control of his archers now. He just needs to stay where he is, otherwise he's in danger of getting flanked and losing all those archers for nothing, really. The spear paladins here cheering as they run forward, and it looks like we're going to see the capture point here being taken, which will affect morale for the defenders. Again, more. I say more. It's just this tiny little axe unit that's been cut off. It looks like also all of the troops at the gate have finally been killed as well. Though I think also quite a lot of them did retreat. I think it's just the Axe Thanes out here that just were the only men that put up any resistance. The archers fired a bit and then ran away. So yeah, it just seems as though Rohan's probably in the best nick of condition when it comes to any of the defenders. Ironically, again, the faction, you know, that is the worst at defending in a siege battle probably. Mainly because it's not a siege faction. It's more of a land battle with all of its cav. As you can see here, Axe Thanes, they're going to put up a last little bit of resistance here against the Gondor glaives. Or blades, actually. Nope. I get those two mixed up. But there you go, they routed. And now it's onto the actual proper fighting where Axe Thanes here, they're taking on Gondor glaives. The shock infantry looks like it's having good success though with these Axe Thanes. They're slowly, steadily chopping their way through. I mean, there's good units being thrown in here, really. I mean, we've got Spear Paladins, we've got Uruk-hai infantry, got those glaives as well, which are okay. Certainly get Axe Thanes, that's no match. The unit behind though might have a bit more joy, the Vineland Guards. I'm happy to see this Founding Guard is making a retreat. Though I'd still maybe put it in this choke point here, so that the General can't just keep cycle charging. But he's at 28 men, so you may think twice about cycle charging these days. Pikes have been routed here though. Vineland Watchmen focused down to a man, and the White Hand Stormers look like they are winning their fight though here against the horde of archers that Dale threw forward. So the battle for the choke points is truly underway now. I mean, this is the choke point to get you into the main cap point where Isengard's fighting. So I expect to see a lot of desperate defending from the defenders as they run out of reserves. Talking about numbers, let's have a look. 2,100 against 3,400. It's doable. It's doable. The pike, sorry, here coming forward. They're going to try and push back those swords. There's nothing immediately that can counter that, but they've got the Selduin Bridge Wards. I guess maybe they don't want to send them forward yet. The other pike unit for the Uruks is way back there. Actually, they have got actually got another one here. I think they had two originally, and they've both fallen back like a long way. What they could do with, but I don't think they're ever going to get the opportunity, the defenders, is to kill a general. Whether they could have killed this Nazgul general earlier when the two cav units were out roaming around, because he was just out here, and they could have maybe used them they could have charged him, maybe. His Nazgul unit is pretty solid in melee, but they could have kept cycle charging him, I guess, and tried to do the damage that way. As you can see here, though, that the Rohan infantry still struggling away. And they've actually decided to throw forward more Rohan infantry. They're pulling back, I think, the elites to the actual town centre. So it could be a grindy finish. And archer-wise, they ain't exactly blessed at the attackers. They've got Mirkwood trackers that got a little bit of ammo, and the crossbows won't be able to get any clear shots. And I imagine the defence won't allow them to. If they even try and set up here, they'll probably try and charge them. So yeah, missile-wise, it's going to be tough for them to try and break through these choke points. They're going to just have to use sheer force. This crossbow, though, over here might have some joy. I don't know if they set him up further down here, whether you'd be able to just shoot up into this choke point. He might be able to. Looks like that's what they're trying to set up. The Spear Paladins in here now. The Axe Thanes, credit to them, though they've been losing, I'm pretty sure, this entire fight. They don't exactly break quickly. And here we go. So they've decided to actually go in here. I thought maybe they'd set up and just start shooting the crossbows, but maybe Rohan did charge down. I don't know. But yeah, big push here by the defenders, and they look like they could break through these Gondor blades with their pikes, or their polearms. I keep saying their pikes. I'm not used to Founding Guard being polearms. Years have they been pikes. I think it does make more sense that they're a polearm unit. I think when you see them like in the films and stuff, their spears aren't that long. I think they just have the same spear really as the Gondor infantry do. So yeah, it doesn't really make sense. Okay, so they're now retreating to allow this Axane here to just fight alone. That seems a bit of a sacrificial lamb. I don't think they're going to be able to hold against the Gondor glaives here as well. So Gondor, get back in there and save your Rohan ally. There we go. The polearms doing their job and scaring off the Gondor glaives. And even if the crossbows, the crossbows aren't even a threat yet, for Gondor. They need to be aware of that. Oh, these archers might be though. I can see some archer fire hitting them ever so slightly. If they have to persist with this is fine. Or just send down a different unit. Send down like the Violent Guards or something just to kill these guys. Like if you, that's what I'd do. I think yeah, I agree. This Founding Guard's precious. We don't want to you don't want to lose it. Send something else down though that's going to do the job then. Athelian Rangers. Apparently they might be giving the call up to go and do the same job. I don't know about that. I'd send forward something other, just like, I don't know, that Erling Retainer would be fine to do the exact same job. Right, he's looking a little desperate over here for the attack, because they're throwing forward, Merc with trackers now. We've got pikes in here again. We have got a Violent Guard now being thrown in, but there's still plenty of Daelian archers down there fighting. So it's not exactly like they're breaking through the lines and killing off the defenders that are already here. But it's starting to thicken up with bodies, this ground. This choke point is getting bloody. Yeah, that Uruk-hai pike is about to die. And then it's just a lot more trackers in it, just feeding kills. I mean, they must make up a fair amount of that number, I imagine. Like, there's 200 of them in each unit, and they brought, 4 units of them? So, yeah, there's about 800 of that is almost Merc with trackers. So it doesn't make it a little bit closer, you could argue. Does make it nearer close to, 2,100 attackers. Because those Merc with trackers, apart from shooting, their arrows aren't going to make much of a difference in a melee fight. Archer fire down here coming in. You can tell from the red arrow tips, that it's Rohan. I think it's Yeoman with the Mark firing. Sad that I know that. Yeah, it is. Sad that I know that. I've clearly played too much Dawnless Days to know whose arrows are whose. Again, though, over here, I mean, the Founding Guard are being pulled back. Yeah, 77. Maybe I pull them back now, but they've got to send something down here. They could defeat this force down here. This is nothing. There's a couple of units, and then also some Uruk-hai crossbows. And there's some more tiny little units down here, and then a general. There's not much down there, to be honest. You could beat that. Oh, actually, now they're sending over more healthy units. As soon as they send over healthy units, it loses any practicality of trying to do it, but certainly, yeah. These weaker units, they could have just, they could have brushed aside. I mean, one of them is Mortal Rabble. I hadn't even gathered that. I've got Mortal Rabble now as a spear unit as well. They also still hold this capture point. I'm surprised that the attackers haven't gone and taken it, just to help with morale. Help break these guys a little quicker. The axe thing finally broke. Doesn't matter though, there's better units now behind. Erling Retainers here, Violent Watchmen. Yeah, the Erling Retainers will hold for a little while. Looks like they finally got through all of those archers, and it's now just the Violent Guards over here. still not an easy fight. Look at this duel going on here. A man of Dorwinion and a man of Dale fighting each other. They may have been cousins at one point. Now they are enemies. Well, I guess they're still cousins. Another pike coming in though. This needs focusing down. It looks like it is losing already decisively. Those Rohirrim archers are doing their job. Doing the real damage on that pike. And yeah, look at that. I mean, Vineland guards are winning decisively in their fight. There you go. Trackers and Dorwinian infantry routed. That's a big win there. Now it's just the Uruk pikes, but they looks like we're about to see. We're seeing the Vine Lord Bjorn come up. He's coming up to rally his men. Oh, and they've retreated. I don't know how smart an idea that was. I mean, by retreating, I guess they had to at some point. They are condemning this Axstane over here, but it's not like he was winning. He is getting overwhelmed here by Uruks. But yeah, by retreating this unit, they lost probably a lot of Rohirrim. And also now the polearm's going back in. Not a bad idea, but I feel like they can still get a decent angle onto it, that's for sure. The general's under attack? Oh, there's just maybe some wild shots at him, I don't know. Or maybe they did shoot at him, I don't know. Look at this, Rohan holding the line.
Men are broken and running for their lives.
Hold the line, men of Rohan. We've come to save Dale and Gondor. We cannot fail. Gondor blades, and I think we've got Gondor pikes down there now as well, yeah. They're all quite chevroned up. I guess maybe Dogaldor felt like he needed to do that if he wanted to stand a chance of Holden. Good news over here if you're rooting for the defenders. It seems as though they are kicking back another assault here. They're running out of infantry, that's for sure. Dorwinian infantry still alive. They are shooting. Oh, and they just killed the general. Huge kill there. That was a very nice kill there. And that was, I think, by the garrison of the Hornburg there, just loosing off a single volley and killing the general of Dorwinian, which is quite important because Dorwinian still got some healthy-ish infantry here. We've got Dorwinian infantry. Selduin bridge wards yet to go in. So that is massive. Very nicely done. I was just saying earlier in this siege that they needed a general killed if they wanted to try and even the odds up a little bit. Just try and rout some of these units. They got it. They got just what they needed. And there you go, look at that. They've won that choke point. Really, they should retreat now. I think we're going to see a charge from the general unit. He's got nothing to lose now. It's not the greatest of charges. It was pretty pitiful. I mean, I think all he charged was yeoman, so it's not exactly a great win anyway for him. But yeah, that is huge. I've got no words, really. I've got no words. That's huge. Really well done there by Rohan. Rohan is carrying the siege right now. Dale did a very good job, I also say. Dale did his job, I feel like, at the first line of defense. He held his gate for as long as he felt like he could and then retreated. And Gondor did a pretty good job as well. They've all done well, but I think Rohan's MVP of the three. It's been a good siege generally. I've missed excellent Dawnless Day sieges, and this has got to be up there. It's a good one. The retainers look really cool. I always mention it. Them and the men at arms. I think they're Erling men at arms. They're called the spear variant. They just remind me of like Western Roman Empire, like late Western Roman Empire, like auxiliaries, or even just like their basic infantry, like their actual infantry. It's got like that oval shield going on. They've got like some cool like artwork going on as well on the shield. They do give off that vibe a little bit. I do like it. Early retainers though, yeah, combat even. They were losing just for a second, but they're now back to even. And after that, it is Dale that's going to be taking on the heavy lifting on this choke point, it seems. And they've got a good setup. They've got violent guards and then a pike unit. That will be tough to break through. Hard to get exactly the right angle here. Let's go like that. I thought for a moment this was going to be the Isengard General because I didn't think they'd brought any just basic White Stormers, but they have brought some, it seems. But the General's a White Stormer. And we've got Dorwinian infantry in here as well. I think Rangers are okay in melee, but these are pretty weakened ones. They've been charged by Cav and various other things. I don't know how well they're going to do. I mean, that guy didn't do so well. He just got chopped down by a Uruk-hai Stormer. Looks like they're going to retreat the Dorwinian infantry again, and also the Uruks. Is there a reason for that? Maybe because they're going to set up these crossbows, or maybe a Cav charge. Okay. I think they intended to have a Cav charge, but they just did end up running down just a lot of their own like archers here. Yeah, I think that was maybe the aim. Yeah, here we go, Cav charge coming in. It's not a great charge, I'm not gonna lie. The Servants of the Eye, they used to be really good at charging. They still are okay, but it's not an easy point to charge onto. I think the terrain's not great. It might just bug up the unit. But they're pulling out everything but the Yeoman of the Mark, so this might make this charge look a little better now. Yeah, that looked a little better. How are they doing? Yeoman of the Mark are losing men. There's silver chevrons. Do you think they earned that? I don't know. I haven't actually. We'll have a look at the end result kills, see whether they earn it or whether they just got given it at the beginning of the game. They might have earned it. They are starting to die now. They've lost about 50 men. Yeah, they're getting cycle charged. This is just what they're going to do now. Just keep shooting this unit down. If he's going to keep doing this, just keep charging in it. And he's retreating it as well. So each time he retreats, he'll lose a few Servants of the Eye. And I imagine when he gets to about 30 men, this Nazgul general, you can see the Nazgul back there with his hooded cloak on. I imagine he'll, about 30 men, he'll just stop doing this. He'll be like, this isn't actually worth it. It's not really doing a lot. It's killing like one Yeoman of the Mark. And if he like loses general for it, that's a big win there for the attackers. For the defenders. Because Dol Guldur still got a decent amount on this side here. His general might be on that far side, but his army is over here. Dorwinian's also here a little bit. Well, yeah. We've got some spears here, but yeah, most of this infantry now is all Dol Guldur here. So if they lose their general, morale will be tenuous, that's for sure. So really, to be fair actually, if I was Rohan, I'd be using what remaining ammo I have just on that Dol Guldur general. As soon as he gets in range, you shoot at him. Rohan seems like he's holding here. The terrain's not great, I won't lie, for the pikes. Like, most of them got their pikes well in the air. He could charge down. Looks like he's going to do just that with the Watchman and his Violent Guard, so maybe try and catch these pikes unaware. Looks like he's doing that as well. The general is still there, by the way. I would be shooting him to pieces right now. If he's going to stand right there, use what remaining ammo you have. Focus this man down, though. I can see they also probably want to kill that pole arm. So yeah, both are appealing options right now. The Violent Guard's still getting shot at. They need moving. Move to the far side where they can't get shot up. But here we go. The bridge ward's going in. I wonder how they're doing in combat. They are a tier 4 unit, so I'd imagine they're going to do okay. So here we go. The arrows start to fall once again. Looks like they are going to just focus down these pole arms. Bit of sort of an eagle eye view. You can see, yeah, the arrows come flying in. Each volley. A few more bridge wards are felled. Yeah, they've lost a couple already. Like I said, I would still be keeping some ammo for that Nazgul general. It's a shame they... Well, looks like one unit's firing, and that's it so far. They only have to kill it a little bit, weaken its like HP. Makes it a little bit easier to kill.
The unit has used all available ammunition.
Good thing about Garrison Hornburg for Rohan is that they are also pretty good in melee. I don't know if they'll go in yet, but we'll have a quick look at them. They are like one of the few hybrid units I feel like in Dawnless days. They actually do have a axe and a shield as their second weapon. So you're kind of getting 2 units for the price of 1 when you buy the Garrison Hornburg. They are still really good. They're heavy bow infantry, so they are good in melee. They are basically just a heavy infantry after they fired their arrows. This is why you see so many people bring them, because you do get... They're so versatile, that is. And that's why also people focus them down, I think. It's now 1,000 versus 1,600. But again, remember, a lot of that is being supplemented by, well, crossbows as well. I guess we could throw into that supplement, because they're really not doing anything. A lot of that is down to crossbows and archers for both sides. Well, I guess both sides, but mainly the attackers. The attackers have got like several hundred units, or like, well, that total has been made up by archers. Early maintains are going to break, and then Dale has put up a sturdy defense there that is going to hold for a while. The Selduin bridge wards are combat even, which is good for them. All this infantry though in front of them is losing. The very bright looking picture right now. You've got purple for Dorwinian, you've got green with Rohan, the red scarlet blood. Also some red on Dorwinian. Violent Guard's been thrown in. Just I think it's a very small unit. Yeah, again, Silver Chevron. Do you think they earned it, or do you think they got given it? They might have been given a couple of chevrons and then earned the rest. That's also possible. Rohan, though, has done a good job. And so this siege, I don't know if it's changed my opinion on Rohan as a siege, as like a capable siege defender. I think they're better on it than they are attacking, that's for sure. But they've certainly done a decent job. You can see the garrison, the Hornburg here, forming shield wall. It's epic, it really does. Right, men of Rohan, will hold this line. Discard your bows, we won't need those anymore. Yeah, the bridge was down to 90. They are keeping a tiny shred of yeoman ammunition for now. What we've got coming in here, more Gondor glaives. They're really throwing in what they have left here now to try and break through. I mean, they were kind of running dry of men on this side. So I think the other flank is contributing more troops here now. Dogaldor is the one heavy lifting, really, along with a little bit of Dorwinian. Dorwinian, as soon as he loses his pole arm, though, is basically out. Over on this side, though, it looks like, yeah, they've still not even made their assault up this hill yet. They've just finally routed that Rohan infantry. Well, it's not getting any easier, attackers. It's just getting harder. That choke point is going to be tough to kill. And that probably is enough. That's probably all they need there. After that, Dale probably can send over the remaining of his forces this way, which is just a general. And we have Gondor with his Founding Guard left, and the Guard of the Golden Hall left. I'd probably throw the Founding Guard in now. It's a do or die now for the Founding Guard. There's actually some competition for them. These swords are starting to lose. So yeah, I'd say now is the time to really send those in.
Nothing remains of this unit now.
Send them in, send in the Garrison the Hornburg as a unit to couple up with them, sort of protect that pole arm. They might do okay. Yeah, so it seems like these polearms are skewering the swords quite effectively right now. Oh my gosh, that man is bald. He's lost his helmet. What is happening? Sir, are you okay? Oh, he just killed someone. That's what he's done. Oh my gosh. So there's a few kinks with the Dorwinian faction, it seems. They need to maybe sort that out. I think, though, it might come down to time, I just thought. I actually haven't been keeping an eye on, like, how long this battle was. We are probably, like, nearly close to an hour now, so this might actually be how long the attackers have left to break through. And if they fail to, that is technically a defender victory. It goes down as a draw, but really it probably would be it counts as a defender victory. I guess you could like say like, oh, reinforcements just arrive and save the day for the defenders, or the attackers just run out of supply and have to give up their assault. Oh, this is trippy. You've got the Violent Guards attacking on one side, and then you've got the Paladins of the Winter Court, I think is what they are, aren't they? Or there's something like that. Dorwinian Spear Paladins, there you go. They're fighting. So you've got the spear and the sword variant of these two. And there you go. It looks like they've broken. Oh, actually, is this... I was thinking, but I didn't think these guys were in the Lost faction, the Last Breath. So maybe these are the Lost faction bit that they've added in. Whether you get both halves when you play as Dorwinian. I didn't honestly think they had these Spear Paladins in the Last Breath. I was just thinking about that now. Maybe they do. They don't have all... They certainly didn't bring that very silly shock infantry. That has like a really weird shaped sword. That's a weird unit. I hope you guys have been enjoying the siege. It's certainly been an epic one. And it's still not over yet. It's still undecided who's going to win this battle. But it looks like we are seeing a big sally out here from the Violent Guard. So I guess maybe think they can break through this. I mean, maybe. The pikes might cause them a few issues, but they might be able to break through that. There isn't exactly a lot left there. The rest is kind of being thrown this way. And here we go. Finally seeing those Founding Guard getting another shot in battle here. As there's now the garrison, the Hornbow that are getting assaulted. Quite literally assaulted as well, I guess. They are in a battle. Hold the line, though. Not a single step back. Units on a waver there. Gondor Glaives are losing decisively as well. What are they shooting at? Oh, they're going to shoot the Grenadiers. Probably a smart idea, actually. That's actually really smart. I totally forgot about these guys. They are wavering. But they have the capability that if you just left them alone, they could kill that army off. And there you go. They're broken. They might need another volley from the Yeoman in a bit. They are going to just make sure, actually, they're breaking properly. Smart. Well done by Rohan. They have rallied, but could quite easily break again. Another volley might just send them packing. Wait until they get a little closer, then you might hit them. 13 men left. Be ironic if they run out of ammo just before they get in range. Like into point blank range. Oh. Down to 10. I don't know how these guys haven't broken. They might break just from like getting too close to the enemy. And look at that. The White Stormers are protecting them and they broke. Oh, the Grenadiers broke. And there you go. It's going to end in a draw. So that was actually the last ditch throw there by the attackers to bring forward the Grenadiers. They should have come forward a little earlier maybe. But they would have got shot down anyway. But there you go. A victory for the defenders, I'm going to say. Because they actually managed to hold on to Dale right to the last minute. Very, very well done by all the players that took part in this one. This was sent in by the famous Austrian who was playing as Rohan himself. He got 105 kills with his early retainers here. 192 with another one here. All these men sacrificing themselves. They fought to the last man. Axane's actually got 101 kills. Not too bad. 107 actually for this one over here. And then his archers really excelled. And yeah, these guys probably earned their silver chevron. 493 kills is incredible. 226 kills for the other yeoman of the mark. And then his Garrison Hornburg actually outscored by the yeoman, getting 184 kills. And his cav actually did get 176 kills, which is not terrible, but it's not like exactly great. Even his like guard of Golden Hall, I would have said it did pretty well. 63 kills here. They held that choke point forever. And that's against trolls, so they may be troll kills. Then we have LP24 playing as Dale here. 127 kills with his Dalian Swordsman. 202 with the Vineland Guards. 335 kills with his other Vineland Guard. My gosh, these guys did well. And then he's got his Vineland Yard Patrollers here getting 155 kills. 139 with the other one. His Marksman of Dale, 137, 167. So some solid kills there really for the archers, all consistent. His cav only getting 89 kills. And then we have Maverick playing as Gondor, getting 92 kills with his general before he fell. 239 kills with his Gondor sword infantry. 109 with the other one here. And then the other ones did just okay. And then this Citadel Guard, 0 kills. Oof, that's rough to see. But the other one getting 80 kills. His Fountain Guard getting 147 kills, 136. Not too bad. Yeah, he brought a really expensive elite army. I definitely feel like he could have just brought cheaper archers, maybe cheaper spears, and he would have still done quite well and could have brought more to the table. But yeah, his archers did well as well, getting 111 kills, 266 kills with the Athelian Rangers there, and 189 with the final one. And his Pelagian Marines, even though they got messed up by shock infantry, got 148 kills. Not too bad. Then we have Nuno Reves playing as Dorwinian. 206 kills with the Vine Lord Bien before he fell. He just got lots of cycle charges off. Really well done by him. Getting some good kills. Vineland Men at Arms getting 125 kills. 127 with the Dorwinian Infantry there. 227 with this Dorwinian Infantry. And then we have Dorwinian Spear Paladins getting 147 kills. 158 with the Selduin Bridge Wards. And they could have got more kills, let's be honest. The Thorn Archers here getting 101 kills, and then 167 with the other one over here. And then his Paladins of the Winter Court getting 172 kills. Then we have Coastal Canadian playing as Isengard, getting 157 kills with his Uruk-hai Infantry. Is the best of the bunch, I think, for the basic Uruk-hai Infantry. Then 184 with his Stormers here. 195 with the other Stormers. His Berserkers had a pretty disappointing day, only getting 105 kills. These guys can definitely get 200-300 kills easily. Pikes got focused down, unfortunately, as well. His Crossbows, one of them got 158 kills, which is pretty good. And his Sappers and Grenadiers, yeah, did not really have... Well, his Sappers just blew up a breach, but his Grenadiers here did not do well. And then we have Bob the Weak playing as Dogaldor. Weirdly enough, and ended up doing most of the heavy lifting on one of the flanks, and actually was making decent progress. And Nazgul getting 114 kills there. Then we have the Goldor Blades getting 101 kills, 134. The best of the bunch. Not bad, actually. You don't often see Goldor Blades get into triple figures. Then we have Goldor Glaives getting 171 kills, 142. And his Champions of Dogaldor, yeah, got focused down, I think, and just did not do well. 98 kills is the best of the bunch there. Miracle Trackers getting 97 kills, not bad for them. 186, 121, even better. And then the Uruk-hai getting 128 kills, which is okay, but not insane. So there you go, guys. That is today's siege battle. I hope you did enjoy. Rohan did indeed come to the aid of Gondor, and they did save the day. So well done to them. I hope you guys did enjoy. Like and subscribe if you want to see more Dawnless Days action, and I'll see you in the next one.